Pay It Forward?
I first learned about Pay It Forward from a video called Life Belt Inside, I think it's called. It's a short clip on YouTube. If you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend you look it up. And we used that at an event. One of my friends who is in the same business as me, he suggested we use it. And I just love the concept of seeing the ripple effect of what one person's actions can do to impact on so many other people. For me, Pay It Forward is just about having a mindset where you're looking for ways that you can do something that benefits other people without it benefiting you, without it necessarily being a trade-off. It's you do something because you think it's the right thing to do for that person, and it makes everybody feel good. It makes them feel good. They're likely to do that for other people, but it also makes you feel good, and you know, that's the ethos of it for me.
Okay. Is Pay It Forward something you use at home? Is it a concept that's taken home?
My daughter particularly is really sort of getting involved in it. Unfortunately, she wants one of these bracelets, the Pay It Forward bracelet things, but the size that I've got at the moment, they're too big for her. So she's always borrowing these. The 2-year-old has borrowed them but doesn't really sort of understand what they're all about. But the 6-year-old really sort of loves the concept, and we're trying to get it involved in the school if we can. So that I think would be a great thing, because the kids, they want to do the right thing, they just don't know quite what they need to do, and I think if we can guide them to look for the right way to do things for other people, then I think that'll have massive dividends. Absolutely. I mean, there's a real culture within the organisation that I'm within of people looking for ways to help other people. We tend to attract people who have a positive mindset, who are looking to try and improve their lives, but also who are trying to impact other people positively. And it really does fit with the culture. We haven't used it in the sense that we've labelled it as Pay It Forward, but the culture that we have within the organisation really does fit with the whole concept of looking to find ways to help other people. So it really aligns very well within the organisation. I mean, I think the more we can spread the word, and I think it's about individuals taking responsibility for spreading the word by our actions and by also making people aware of it, then the more it becomes part of the culture of the country and part of the culture of the whole world. It seems to be a global sort of movement. I mean, little things like, even things like the bracelets. I mean, I've bought 100 of these bracelets, and my intention is, and what I'm doing with them, is that every time I see somebody who's just got that attitude, the right sort of attitude, then I'll share it with them and tell them a little bit about what it's about, and hopefully they'll do the same. I went into a bar the other day and the Wi-Fi wasn't working. One of the guys in the bar said, "Oh, don't worry, I live upstairs, you can connect to my Wi-Fi if you want to." And I thought, he's doing that without even thinking about, me, and he's just doing it because it's the right thing to do. He's just, helping other people. And I shared one of the bands with him, and it really made his day. You could see he really hadn't realised what he was doing and the impact that he has on other people. And I gave it to him, and he's gone away with that, and hopefully he'll be sharing that message with other people. And I think that's the way that we can spread the word about Pay It Forward. Excellent. What sort of reactions? It's interesting. People are surprised to be thanked for what they've done. They're doing it because it's in their makeup, and I think people are, the reaction I've had the last few times that I've given out bands, people have been overjoyed to be given something to say thank you and to recognise that, and to sort of let them know what they're doing was appreciated, and I think that will then encourage them to continue it, which is what I'm hoping. Really, I want to make sure I spread that to them. Schools are a perfect place for this. I mean, I know my daughter, the 6-year-old in particular, at school, the thing that she enjoys the most is the recognition from little things like a gold star on the wall, and then the head teacher gives them a gold rosette or a red rosette for having done the right thing collectively over a period of time. And I know that that really works well, especially at that age group, in the sort of the infant and the primary school. So if we can get schools to embrace the whole concept of Pay It Forward, I think it will be encouraging the right sort of behaviours that we want them to adopt rather. So I think absolutely it's a fundamental thing that, we've spoken before about, these anti-bullying campaigns and the things that we're trying to make people avoid doing, and that behaviour, we know that it's wrong, but if you concentrate too much on that, you're focusing people on the wrong thing. If you can focus them on the right behaviour, the rest of it gets pushed to one side, and I think that's what we need to do, is really encourage the right behaviour within schools. So my name's Stuart, Ritchie, and I absolutely commit to Pay It Forward.